Hi, and welcome to the Holly C Podcast, a show about expressing your brilliance with ease and flow. I'll show you how to take the woo-woo out of the clouds and apply it to real life for effortless action. This show is for world changers and future world changers, so if you know there's more to life and you're wondering what's next, this is your show. Hi, I'm Holly, your host. I'm a speaker, author, teacher of health, wellness, spirituality, and vitality, and also a dragon spirit guide. In today's episode, it is a wishing well episode, so this is one where you get to set your intentions to manifest your highest wishes. Think of it like being around a wishing well or a fountain and tossing in a coin and making a wish. So the first time I did a wishing well episode was episode 23, and that one was about aligning your energy, your vibration with the universe, and sending out wishes, basically, sending out intentions, one for yourself, for your family and friends, for your community, and the world. So right now I'm recording this at the beginning of the new year, and even though you might not be listening to this at the beginning of the year, you can view this episode as one for making wishes for a new start, a transition. So if you're at a point in your life where you're wanting to make big changes or start a new path, a new direction, this episode will help you manifest that by aligning your energy with that new path, that new journey. It is also one where even if you aren't or you consciously aren't embarking on a new path, we are at the start of a new year, and it is a wonderful opportunity to, say, put out some markers, as in mark your intentions for the year, not just for yourself, but think of all of those quote-unquote problems that we see in the world. Rather than focus on the problem, this is an opportunity to focus on the vision, the intention of what you would like to see in the world. And I would like to dedicate this episode to our most gracious host. So not the host of this podcast, but the host of humankind. And that would be planet Earth. The fact is that we are here because we are made up of elements. We are made up of carbon. We are made up of oxygen, hydrogen, calcium, and phosphorus, and water. And a few other elements too, but less than 1%, but 99% of us is made up of those elements that I just mentioned. And those elements are from the earth. So our physical bodies come from this earth. And in that sense, if you think of a mother and father, we are this combination of physical and spiritual. And just like a child is a combination of the DNA from his or her parents. So to bring us into alignment with what we would like to see for the world. And Dragon Spirit is not an entity outside of yourself. It's that energy, that voice within that guides you to adventure and excitement. It's your connection to your highest guidance. To enter the Dragon Spirit space, you'll take 3 dragon breaths. And the way to do this is you will breathe in with your nose, and when you exhale, breathe out through your mouth. And as you exhale, if you feel like making a sigh or a sound like a go ahead and do so. That's your dragon roar. So get comfortable. If you're seated, place your feet so that both of your feet are flat on the floor, if that's comfortable for you. And place your hand on your heart. Bring your awareness to your chest. Allow yourself to relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyes, and especially the temples beside your eyes. Relax your forehead. Take a deep breath. And just relax. Exhale normally. And let's begin. So breathe in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Deeper relaxation. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. And once more, in through your nose. And out through your mouth. relaxing your jaw as you breathe out. Now, the image that comes to mind, it's a winter scene. So if you're listening in the southern hemisphere, even though it's January for me and it's summer for you, just picture a time in the winter. And I'm actually seeing snow. So even if it doesn't snow where you live, you know what snow looks like. Envision snow. And it's like almost like a barren field covered in snow. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. And in this field full of snow, you can see snow and you can see a little bit of the dirt showing through because it's not a thick canopy of snow. It's like a light dusting of snow. And when you look across this field, you also see some tracks. From your vantage point, you can't see if the tracks are human footprints or animal footprints, but you can see that there's some tamping down of the snow, and it kind of forms like a path cutting across this field. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. Bring your awareness to your body, to your belly, relaxing your belly as you breathe in, feeling it expanding as you breathe in, and feeling the air and the belly relaxing as you breathe out. Feeling your chest expanding as you breathe in, and relaxing as you breathe out. Relaxing more, relaxing your whole body as you breathe out. Easy, relaxed breaths. And if your hand is still on your heart, you can place it down in your lap or wherever is comfortable for you. Now let's go back to this field. In the field, you also see a small plant. It's barren of leaves. It's very small. It's like a twig, like new life. And you see a couple of red berries on it too. A few leaves. And it looks like this plant or weed or whatever it is has been poking through the ground. And it also has a very, very light dusting of snow on its branches. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. So what you are seeing is a metaphor for the world you want to create. The wishing well, the wish you want to send out into the universe and manifest. You see, right now, it seems like there is a barren field in terms of what it is you want to create. And that is covered with snow. Well, it's not a thick covering, it's a light covering. I said to picture winter, but what if this is actually the transition from winter to spring? From the barren field to new life coming forth. This twig, this small plant, is bursting through the ground, reaching for the sun, and already it is bearing fruit. 2 small berries. So this is not a cold, desolate winter scene. I didn't say it was cold. This is the transition where something has started to bloom. And then you know how when the seasons change, it's not cut and dry. You still have some fluctuation where you might have a warm day and then it'll be cool again. So that's what happened. The last snowfall. And it's early morning, the sun is rising, and it will melt the snow. And what you saw, the tracks cutting across the field, was a path actually leading to the plant. Someone was investigating. Someone in the winter was drawn to that spot. At the time, perhaps the plant was not even visible. It was a seed in the ground. But that someone walked across that path. It's the path that they always take. And it just so happens that because there was snow covering the ground, they were able to see the path. Breathe in through your nose. And breathe out. So all that you desire to manifest, where you see a barren field, change your perspective so that you see fertile earth. Rich soil with potential, and all that needs to go down is the seed. In the springtime, you know that the weeds and the grass and the trees, they're all sprouting up. There's growth, there's pollen in the air. So even though there may not be the one seed that you wanted planted in that ground yet, you have a whole field right now to plant. So let us begin. It's time to make a wish. What is the one thing you wish most for yourself? Think of it in terms of physical form right now, because we are paying homage to Mother Earth. What do you want for your body? Better health? Movement, flexibility, the ideal weight, feeling lean or feeling strong and lithe and powerful. What do you wish for your body? Is there a part of your body that you feel has been giving you quote-unquote trouble? Would you like that to heal? Would you like your body to return to balance, to rejuvenate, restore itself, restore its energy? Then make that wish. But make that wish with loving intention. Love to your whole body. Love to the oxygen, the carbon, the hydrogen, the nitrogen, the calcium, and the phosphorus in your body. Love to the water. Well, actually, water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. So, love to all of those elements forming in your body, creating you. Breathe in through your nose. And breathe out, relax. Breathing in oxygen, H2O. Breathing in oxygen, O2. And breathing out carbon dioxide. And again, oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. When you think of the planet in terms of smaller elements, see how you are exchanging breath with planet Earth. The plants take in the carbon dioxide and they breathe out the oxygen. And see how that is a balance. Let's now make a wish for planet Earth, that there is a balance for planet Earth, a balance between the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. Now, don't think in terms of climate change or pollution or eco-activism. Those are human constructs of the mind, of the intellect. It is a thought process, yes, valuable, but there is another one that is overlooked, which is the feeling, the intention, the way that will lead you to finding balance is not through your intellect. The way that leads you to balance in your body is not through your intellect, but through your body feeling in for a sense of balance. And we are a microcosm for the world around us. So if we find balance by feeling into that sense of balance, that is how we will manifest balance on planet Earth, is by feeling into the balance. And what a simple way to view it, as in balancing the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. And even oxygen, carbon dioxide, mental constructs. What we are looking for is not about tallying how much carbon dioxide versus oxygen, how much water. No, it's about the feeling of balance. Because when you are in this feeling of balance, remembering what balance is, what it feels like, paying attention to what balance feels like, then you will find your path. That's how that path was formed in the field. Not by thinking where to walk in the field. When you walk in a field, do you often think about where you're going to walk, or you just kind of walk? You're drawn to walk where you walk. And over time, you will find that you will walk a certain path that will come natural to you, and then that path will become more visible because you walk it more often. You'll see that the path is more trampled. There are weeds growing beside the path, but not on the path. Maybe there are a few footprints. It becomes clearer. So breathe in through your nose and breathe out. Now, what else is it that you wish for yourself? And instead of just focusing on that thing, focus on the balance that you will feel because of this thing. Breathe in through your nose, oxygen in. Breathe out, carbon dioxide out. Balance. Now, whatever you wish for may at first actually feel like an imbalance. Like if it's a radical change, it'll feel like you're tilting the scale one way. One of those old-fashioned scales where there's a way to measure weights on either side. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. But what will happen, just like the scale, when you push down on one side, when you remove the weight, the scale returns to balance. So it is only that you feel that whatever it is that you want to welcome in, there, that in some ways it will create a weight or a burden upon you. Even really good thing. Your mind is so clever that it has looked and found the downsides. There are people afraid of abundance because they are afraid of what friends and family will say or will want from them. There are people afraid of getting a new car because of what it represents. Perhaps it means car payments. Perhaps it means more pollution. You see, there is a quote-unquote downside to these things you wish, and you may not consciously be thinking about it because the upside seems to overrule the downside, but those downside thoughts are still in your mind. And they are what is preventing you from manifesting that. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out. But if you feel into the feeling of balance, you will see that there is balance everywhere. That Maybe there will be family and friends who will want to seek from you, to get things from you. But there will also be family and friends who are happy for you. There will also be family and friends inspired by you. With that car, maybe it isn't an internal combustion engine. Maybe it isn't a gas vehicle. Maybe it's an electric vehicle, or a hydrogen vehicle, or a vehicle that has yet to be invented, or that has been invented and you don't even know about it yet. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out. Maybe there is a way that by you getting this vehicle, perhaps it's a car share, and it is a way for several families to share a vehicle and all reduce their impact on the environment. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out. Already, though, too much thinking. Go back to the feeling of balance. If you were a scale, an old-fashioned scale, there's one side that seems like it's tilted too much, remove some weight. And allow the scale to balance. You can also apply weight on the other end and create balance that way. And if it feels too heavy, then just take some weights off. And your mind is racing ahead going, yeah, but if there's nothing on the scale, does that mean I'm empty? What if it does? If you are empty, if there's nothing on the scale, there is room to welcome the new. However your mind starts to think about it, bring yourself back to the feeling of balance. When you feel into it, you have the image of the right amount of balance, the right amount of weight, the right amount of emptiness, what feels right, the right tilt. Maybe it tilts a little more one way for now, but you know it will tilt a little bit the other way later. Whatever feels right. Now let's bring awareness back to the year ahead. So if you are listening to this at the start of the year, then what do you want to manifest for this year? And if you are listening to this in the other 11 months of the year, where you are facing a new direction, what do you want to manifest in the next 12 months to continue you on this new journey and path? Breathe in through your nose, oxygen in. Breathe out, carbon dioxide out. The same exchange going on in your cells, in your body. Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. And just feel the balance. All of these cells working together. Harmony. To support the whole. You are a microcosm for the world. When you align with this balance, when you align with balance and harmony, and you allow yourself to feel balance and harmony, you are creating, and you are transmitting that balance and harmony into the world. And you are creating with balance and harmony. And you will influence, inspire, and even surprise those around you. The cells near to you are your family and friends and community, the people who come into contact with you. And that is how the change will manifest for the planet is through your actions, your thoughts, and your feelings that come from a place of balance. And on that note, we will exit the dragon spirit space, but the space is always available to you. The space is where we enter in these meditations, where I hold space for you and sort of distract your mind so that you can connect with your dragon spirit. But you can do this anytime. So to exit the dragon spirit space, you'll take 3 dragon breaths again. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe in through your nose. And breathe out through your mouth. And again, in through your nose. And out through your mouth. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. And right now, just feel that balance, because you don't need to be in the dragon spirit space to feel the balance. Just remember this feeling, and whenever you're finding yourself in a hurry or feeling stressed or busy, simply recall this sense of balance. And if you need a little pick-me-up, there are many more episodes of my podcast where we enter the dragon spirit space. Simply look for the episodes where I add the tag dragon spirit on my website at www.hollyc.com. And I'm getting a little nudge from the universe to ask a small favor, which is if you are finding this podcast really helpful and beneficial. I just heard from a reader who said she's been on creative overdrive since she started listening to my podcast. If you know somebody who could use a pick-me-up, a little boost to their creativity, then please share your favorite episode of the Holly C Show with them. And I want to thank you for tuning in to today's episode, and thanking you in advance for sharing your favorite episode with friends and family. And I wish you and your loved ones a prosperous, abundant, healthy, happy, amazing, fun year ahead. So here's to amazing manifesting for the year ahead and beyond. I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Bye for now.